This is the Red Sox POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Boston Red Sox, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, how about it? Red Sox return home, open up a 7-game homestand, the first of 4 against the White Sox, hit 4 home runs, get 2 from Trevor Story. Hunter Dobbins solid and picking up his second big league win. All of a sudden, the Sox have now won 3 in a row. Welcome to our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, covering amateur, college, minor league baseball, Major League Baseball on the radio and TV, going all the way back to 1997. The same year that Wally the Green Monster became the official mascot of the Red Sox. No, we are not the same age. Right here, we are providing reaction to every Red Sox game on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, as well as the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed. Make sure you give us a 5 for 5 rating wherever you listen to the Locked On Red Sox postcast on the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, which you know is free and available wherever you get your podcast. On our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast, Trevor Story, 2 errors in the field, but also 2 home runs, 2 3-run shots. Hunter Dobbins, 6 solid innings and picking up the victory in the bullpen, doing the job again, although Josh Winkowski did give up a run in the 9th inning. We do want to hear from you, our everydayers and our first-timers. If you're with us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, hit that comment button and join the conversation. Follow on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Lennox on Baseball, with questions, comments, or concerns. We do thank you for making the Locked On Red Sox postcast your first listen every day, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. So Hunter Dobbins back up from AAA. Remember, picked up a victory in his Major League debut Sunday Night Baseball against the Cardinals a couple of Sundays ago. And Dobbins, first inning, couple of pop-ups on a night where it was windy. Trevor Story, E6 on a pop-up, trying to make the catch in short left field, but Dobbins came back and got a strikeout, leaving 1 runner stranded in that first inning. Bottom of the first inning. A double for Rafael Devers, a walk to Bregman, and then Trevor Story came to the plate.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Trevor Story, not 1, but 2 3-run home runs in the Red Sox victory. And Trevor Story, that first inning home run. Great to see in the sense not only for Trevor Story, but for Hunter Dobbins, the rookie on the mound as well. Now, Dobbins ended up giving up 2 runs, 1 earned in his outing, picks up the victory, his second, and he was terrific. And part of numbers of the night, 0. 0 walks from Hunter Dobbins. I'm sorry, on the night. One of our numbers of the night, let me get to Dobbins. 0 for Dobbins. Winkowski walked 1. Just 1 walk for Dobbins, Bernardino, and Winkowski over 9 innings. Now, granted, it's against the White Sox offense that's just not really doing a whole heck of a lot. They did a lot against the Red Sox last weekend and taking 2 of 3 in Chicago, but they continue on the struggle bus overall. It is the 4th time this season where Red Sox pitchers have combined for 0 or 1 walk in a game. It's the 9th time this year with Red Sox pitching allowing 2 walks or less in a game. That's outstanding. I don't think it gets talked about enough with what the Red Sox pitchers have done. And you've got Hunter Dobbins. Hey, pitching depth is a myth. Now, you trade a guy like Quinn Priester, who you got last year from the Pittsburgh Pirates, but you make that deal, you get a young teenage prospect, you get the 33rd overall pick in this year's draft come July, and Priester's a guy who goes to Milwaukee. You got the better of that deal up front for Priester because Milwaukee needed started pitching. Richard Fitz, hopefully back in the next couple of weeks. But Hunter Dobbins, minor league pitcher of the year last year for the Red Sox. And this year, 2 starts, and he's been terrific. Now, he might be a guy who goes back to AAA, just like he did after his first outing, and then works and they continue to stretch him out. He didn't throw a whole heck of a lot of pitches in his outing. I was glad he went 6 because I didn't want anything happening in the 7th inning where all of a sudden it was, he's given up a couple more runs and leaves with a sour taste in his mouth. No, he went 6 solid innings in the start. And the Red Sox offensively getting into the bullpen in the fourth inning. Martin Perez leaving with an elbow issue, I believe Dave O'Brien and Lou Merloni said on NESN, first NESN reference. But just a terrific job by Hunter Dobbins. Gives up the home run in the fourth inning. And I'll give you not the turning point in the game. Benintendi hits the home run. His 24th career home run at Fenway, by the way, for the former first-round pick out of Arkansas for the Red Sox organization. But after Benintendi led off the fourth inning with the home run, Dobbins came back. A little dribbler that was out in front of the plate, fair ball. Narvaez does a nice job, tags out the hitter who became the base runner there. And then he got the next two, a fly out to left and a strikeout. Those are the at-bats of the night, plural. Because Dobbins gives up the home run, and then he comes right back and retires the next three batters. Maton in the fifth inning off Dobbins, a double. Baldwin grounds out, runner at third. Taylor strikes out looking, and then Dobbins leaves the runner at third base. Sixth inning, Maedroth, ground ball out. Benintendi initially ruled a hit, then went to an error. E6 on Story, his second of the game. Sosa base hit, and then a ground out, a 1-3 ground out. Dobbins to the first baseman, and Benintendi scores, and then a flyout runner left at second base. Hunter Dobbins, a word that I'd use with him, poise. And overall, he was getting a lot of fly ball outs early on. Ended up with 8 total fly ball outs and 5 on the ground. Those ground balls came later in the game. That, to me, says the ball was moving a little bit more down in the zone. And sometimes that'll help with pitcher as they get a little weary. A two-seamer sometimes can, works more effectively deeper into a game that you go. You get more sink on the ball. Was that the case with Dobbins? I'm not quite sure, but, it ended up closer, 8-5 ratio, fly ball to ground ball ratio. But early on, it was all pop-ups and fly balls off the bats of the White Sox. But Dobbins, you have to be happy with him. You really do. And that made, Fitz can take his time coming back. Again, Dobbins, they may say, thank you very much, firm handshake, and, just go down to Worcester and keep doing what you're doing, and you're on call. But right now, the way he's pitched over his first 2 big league starts, boy, that's a boost of confidence, not only for him, but, last year, remember, we got a bullpen game. Didn't we just have one? Yeah, well, there's another one. We're going to have an opener. Dobbins is a legit option as a starting pitcher. At least that's what he's shown early on in this season. To the comments we go. With us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, hit that button, hit that comment button, and join the conversation. Who's starting us off? And by the way, yeah, we have to have our guy Derek, Smoke Dog 1982. If you're with us, I'm trying to do this, and I'm inconsistent, but our guy Smoke Dog 1982 is on the X at Linux on Baseball. Your pick to click or who hits a home run in that day or night's game for the Red Sox. We put that out on X after the lineup is out there. 3 straight right-handers the rest of the series, so you're going to see Abreu and Casas the next 3. Romy Gonzalez in the starting lineup, Rob Refsnyder in the starting lineup, and Refsnyder, give him a lot of credit for the fact that right now he's not getting consistent at-bats, and he goes out there and collects, 3 hits in the game? So tip of the cap to Rob Refsnyder. And how about Narvaez? Trevor Story hits 2 home runs. Narvaez hits his first big league home run. And Rafaela hits his first home run of the season. And that's who our guy Derek had as the pick to click and hit a home run. So Ceddanne Rafaela, Smoke Dog, 1982. Great job right there. Network 3000. Hello. Right back at you. Yvonne, great game. But being a Sox fan, it's mandatory. I complain. Can we please DFA Josh Luskowski? Hey, he did 2 innings. Yes, he gave up the run in the 9th inning, but, appreciate you being on board with us. But Winkowski did get the final out. Okay, gives up a run in the 9th inning. Makes it a 10-3 ball game. But he got the final out, and all I was thinking was get 3. Get 3 outs, ball game over. Play another day. You don't have to warm up any other relievers. You don't have to summon in another reliever in that 9th inning. So he gives up a run. But the Red Sox bullpen has been better than average. It's been solid. Bernardino, 7 pitches and working a scoreless inning. First reliever out of the pen after Dobbins. So Yvonne, appreciate you being on board. I don't think Winkowski is going to be DFA'd anytime soon. He's a bullpen arm. There are more coming. There's going to be something happens that this weekend. Liam Hendriks could be possibly activated Saturday or Sunday at some point in the coming days. So a move's going to have to be made. And Rob Bradford, who covers the Red Sox for WEEI and Odyssey in Boston, had a picture of Cutter Crawford. He was throwing off the mound at Fenway on Friday. There's another guy. Crawford, are they going to extend him to be a starter like he was last year? Or is he a guy who can be a bullpen arm? A solid year last year. He really did. And I said last year, and I think it was an outing at Yankee Stadium that was just terrific last year for Cutter Crawford. He could be another solid bullpen arm. Sean Newcomb may be that guy. It's going to be interesting to see. Michael Fulmer was DFA'd. He's off the 40-man roster as of Friday. Didn't like to see that, but understand it. I don't know if he ends up at AAA Worcester. The way teams are right now around Major League Baseball, somebody could come in and say, hey, we're putting you on the 40-man, and we're going to put you in the big leagues. We're going to give you an opportunity to be in the big leagues. Fulmer, if he does that, you can't complain about that at all. He wants to pitch in the big leagues. Dobbins was great. Smoke Dog 1982. Dobbins was great. Narvaez and Rafaela going yard. They got to them early and often, and that's what this team is supposed to look like, 100%. Bob checking in. Great Hunter Dobbins performance. Run after run. Love it. Go Sox. This is what you could see from this team more often than not going forward. I want to talk about the warmer weather, all the different things back home. You're facing the White Sox. Hey, I don't want to talk sweeping this series until Sunday. You've got Garrett. You're lined up in fine fashion going forward in this series. Take 3 out of 4. You can't sweep this series unless you win the first game. Check. Can't sweep the series unless you win the first 2. Garrett Crochet on the mound on Saturday, second straight start. It's going to be interesting to see not only Crochet, but how the White Sox go about attacking Crochet. Remember, without a hit until the 8th inning last weekend against Crochet on Sunday. And Crochet, hey, by the way, going to take them out on Saturday after his team won the game before. Good for him. Good for him. Right? So the Sox pick up the victory. A solid win all around. And just, take 3 out of 4 in the series. If they had won 3-2 on Friday night, yeah, okay, it's a win. But 4 home runs. Trevor Story, 2 3-run home runs. Somewhere Earl Weaver, former Oriole manager, Hall of Fame manager, is smiling, played for the 3-run home run. 18th time in Story's career where he's hit 2 home runs in a game. He's also got a couple 3-home-run games in there as well. But a solid victory for the Red Sox. Again, one of my top numbers of the night. 1 walk total. The Red Sox this year, 4 times where they have allowed 1 or no walks in a game. 9th time this year where they've allowed 2 or fewer walks in a game as well. So they pick up the victory, 10 runs, 4 home runs, and this is a team that's now homered in 5 straight games. Remember, they did not hit a home run in 6 straight games prior to this current stretch. Lots to like. And right now, Yvonne, appreciate you being on board with us. I can't go to bed tonight thinking that the Red Sox should DFA Josh Winkowski. More numbers tonight. Look ahead as you've got Garrett Crochet on the mound for Game 2 of the series against the Chicago White Sox on Saturday. Happy to have you on board. Locked On Red Sox Postcast, Locked On Red Sox, part of the Locked On Sports Network, your team every day. We are presented by Upwork. Scaling your business requires the right expertise at the right time. With Upwork, you can find specialized freelancers in marketing, development, design, and more. Experts ready to help you take your business to the next level. Upwork gives you business flexibility by connecting them with top freelance talent across multiple industries, including IT, AI, web development, and marketing. Whether you need extra hands for a project or a long-term partner, Upwork makes hiring simple and affordable. If you need help with a marketing campaign, Upwork can connect you with a freelance expert who delivers on incredible results. Posting a job is free and simple, and within a day with multiple qualified candidates to choose from. Instead of hiring full-time, Upwork helps find affordable top-tier freelancers to scale your business efficiently. Visit Upwork.com now and post your job for free. That's Upwork.com, Upwork.com to connect with top talent and grow your business today. Locked On Red Sox Postcast, also presented by Supply House. You can get supplies and the supplies that you need from the site that is made for the skilled trade. Supply House, visit. And whether you're looking for plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is the reliable way to order products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product information to help you get the job done and get the job done right. Plus, with a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from 400-plus top brands, you are going to find exactly what you need delivered fast from coast to coast. Need help with an order? Supply House offers expert support and industry-leading service, so you'll always talk to a real person. And for trade pros looking for an extra edge, their free Trade Master program offers exclusive perks like a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order. Thousands of skilled professionals are already taking advantage, and now it's your turn. Join the Trade Master program today at supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Use promo code SH5 for 5% off on your first order. That's supplyhouse.com. Again, promo code SH5 for 5% off on your first order at supplyhouse.com. Sox pick up an impressive win against the White Sox in game one of their four-game series. It is Patriots Day weekend. Patriots Day on Sunday with the Boston Marathon. And, hey, the Red Sox have taken the first one. Garrett Crochet, Tanner Houck, and Walker Buehler, scheduled starters for the rest of the series. I mentioned three straight right-handers the rest of the series for the White Sox. So Abreu, Casas will get back in there as well. But the Red Sox do pick up the victory. And, hey, now 8-1 on the season. As we go to numbers of the night, 8-1 on the season when scoring first, and three straight wins, now 4 of the last 5. And that loss earlier in the week to the Rays, it still stings. That little vial is still in the mouth. But overall, that loss now in the rearview mirror, and dropping 2 out of 3 against the White Sox last weekend, you're not gonna want to look at that in July when you look back at the first half and the Red Sox and stuff. But you're taking that series where you dropped 2 out of 3 in Chicago and the rough loss 16-1 on Monday against the Rays, and the Red Sox are putting that in the rear view now. Again, great approach at the plate. Started early on in the game. Jarren Duran had a base hit in his last at bat, but was looking at taking the collar until he got that base hit, but put the ball in play. And that's what you want to do against White Sox pitching right now as well. Back to the comments we go. Smoke Dog 1982 giving me a friendly reminder here as well. It was Grateful Dead night at the ballpark. And on Nesson, they went to the crowd a couple of times, and you saw the tie-dyes, and you saw some people in the stands who definitely attended 1 or 10 or even more than that Grateful Dead concerts over the years. I've always been partial to Jimmy Buffett night at the ballpark, but the Grateful Dead, certainly the following is what it is, right? Great music, great tradition, and Grateful Dead night at the ballpark on Friday. And you pick up the victory as well. And how about this? I'd like to get into this in a couple of days. If you don't put a comment up tonight, the now yellow alternate jerseys for the Red Sox, the former City Connects, is they're going to unveil the City Connects here at some point. And the yellow jerseys, now the alternate jerseys, I love them. I've always loved them. And I just love the color scheme, everything that it goes with Patriots Day weekend, the Boston Marathon, all those different things. Just loved the look on Friday night, and love that look overall with the Red Sox. They nailed that to me. And as I was coming into, set up to go on with our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast, I had the Dodgers Rangers on MLB Network. You just flipped it over from Nesson, and you saw the Texas Rangers. Those, imagine, I'm not a fan in any way, shape, or form. So the Red Sox pick up the victory. Again, you got to win 3 out of 4 in the series to feel good about going forward. A game now over 500, and you move forward with Garrett Crochet. You win with Crochet on the mound, and you go from there as well. But overall, this team the way they put it together. 2 errors by Story. You want that cleaned up. But Dobbins did not allow the errors to come back and really haunt them all that much. One more number of the night. First win of the season. You're going to see more lefties, but you're not going to see another left-handed or right-handed. You're not going to see another left-handed starter in this series for the White Sox. But the first win of the season against a lefty starter had been 0-3. Red Sox have seen a lot of right-handers in terms of starters over the course of this season so far. So, again, Red Sox pick up the victory. We are going to be on board with you. We told you the at-bats of the night when Dobbins gave up the home run to Benintendi, retired the next 3 batters. And as we have we try to work these in here. And 2 home runs, 6 RBIs for one guy. We've got to hit this.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Yeah, it's Trevor Story. Dobbins, terrific. If Dobbins had gone 6 scoreless, again, 6 innings, 2 runs, 1 earned, no walks, 6 Ks, terrific, 2-0. But Trevor Story, come on. 2 3-run home runs, 4 batters in, Red Sox lead 3-0, go on for the 10-3 victory. So we are going to be on board with you on Saturday, 4:05 or 4:10 first pitch on Saturday for Game 2 of the series, White Sox and Red Sox from Fenway Park. Before we do say goodbye, we do want to remind you as well, and we do want to thank you, actually, as we like to do, for making Locked On Red Sox Postcast your first listen every day, part of the Locked On Sports Network. We also are encouraging you to perhaps consider your second listen with our all-new Locked On MLB Game Night. Every game, every night, all season long, get local analysis on a national scale. Find MLB Game Night on Locked On MLB on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. I'm going to be hosting or co-hosting again tonight, later on tonight when the final game goes final, with Lindsey Crosby, who does Locked On Braves podcast, part of the podcast, Locked On Sports Network as well. So again, Red Sox pick up an impressive win. Dobbins, terrific second win. Story again, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, our player of the game. We'll be on within minutes of the final out Saturday as the Red Sox look to make it 4 wins in a row and go up 2-0 in their 4-game series against the Chicago White Sox at Fenway Park. Hopefully we'll be celebrating all weekend long on Patriots Day weekend with the Red Sox home at Fenway. Locked On Red Sox, #1 place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, your team, your Red Sox every day.